Hey, what's up? This is Jason with RJ Cosmic Bricks and my daughter's lovely Lego adventures. And I'm telling you, I am exhausted by this Lego. You got a screw loose the way you're doing some things, and I think you should really be listening to a lot of people out there talking and take some advice because. Um, there's a lot of awesome things I see, but there's a lot of stuff that it's just second nature. I mean, you can't be so awesome in some parts of the business, but yet really lack in others. So, um, I don't know why you're not trying to be more focused in other areas because if you think just having excellent customer service is enough, it's not. It gets to a point where people get really frustrated, and I'm talking about this right here. You ship an order and your order is that clustered, okay? The whole order you throw all in one bag. You don't understand. I can't tell certain colors apart. And I'm not the only one. A lot of people can't tell your colors apart, from medium blue to light blue to, oh gosh, you have so many different blues. Um, anyway, I'm not even going to get into it. But the point is, I order this and I order one of each color. Think about it. I order one of each color for the one purpose of then I would have a good variation of all the colors. But you then throw it all in one bag. And it's just like, well, now I don't know which color was which. Normally people put their stuff in a couple different bags according to the type of parts. No, you all just throw all your shit together. That ain't right. Um, I mean, that's just wrong. Here's another order. Same thing. Look at that. Just throw it all in. Same thing. You know. You know. I guess if you had glow in the dark pieces, that would probably be the only easy thing to find. At least you could turn off your lights and pick those. But that's awkward. So I don't know what else to say, but did not like that. Hey, okay, now this is something I really need help with. Anybody out there who does anything with Lego, I really need to hear about this, okay? We know what that is. We know what that is. Blah, blah, blah. You can go through a lot of things. And even some colors you can find out because there's not many other choices. But this scenario, that's pearl gold, okay? So I'm going to show it to you there so you can kind of see it. Pearl gold. Not too hard to tell, okay? There you go. So if that's pearl gold, what the hell is this? It's not pearl gold. That's pearl gold. You see the difference? It looks like antique brass. That's what it looks like. But when I was looking it up, the only antique brass was from the 2005 Harry Potter pieces. I don't carry any old stuff. I mean, old to me is like 2018, 17. Might have had a set or two that I parted out for that. But, so where did these come from? I don't remember. Honestly, I don't. That's the whole problem. I literally have boxes and boxes back there in the back that are just nothing but up there in top. Okay. Where's that focus? What the hell? This is so awkward. Um, of just bags and bags and bags of parts and stuff. You know, you pull out some of this stuff in here. You know, that's what I would do. I would just start parting stuff out. And still in bags. Sometimes it's not so hard to find out, right? But anyways, the whole point is I don't know what that color is. Because if it's not pearl gold, what is it? I see the nougats, the medium dark nougats, but that color I cannot find out what it is. But anyways, if anything is out there can help me comment on it or anything like that, I appreciate it. Everything else it's coming along with the scale. I did get that resolved, so I'm able to count this stuff out a lot quicker, get the itemized count lots in there. So alrighty, I guess now I'm going to say it again. I will be ready to be open Thursday this week. I've been wrong so far about 150 times that every time I think I'm going to open, I'm not able to open. And in reality, there's so much I'm just not going to be able to put in my inventory. And I'm just going to have to try to add it to the inventory as I go, because I probably could spend another half a year just trying to get everything uploaded into inventory and have everything it's 100% all accounted for. But I can't spend another 6 months trying to do this stuff. And if I really get into all those boxes in there and what I have in them, I'd probably be another year or longer. So, especially those boxes over there, I know are full of a lot of stuff. So eventually I will just try to set it up this way, and hopefully it works out. Should be fun. Good news is, what's the good news? Good news is, my daughter, she is definitely getting a lot of work done herself, not just with Lego, but she did a banner for the Lego group, not the Lego group, for our business. And it really was nice. And so she's doing a little sponsorship thing for her volleyball team, which I think it was good to support it, because I look at it two different ways. Some people might be thinking, how are you spending, why are you spending that kind of money? And we're not talking a lot of money. They were cheap, I thought, $350. I was surprised more people wouldn't want to do it. But it was great that she has a thing that she knows she created. It's hers, she owns it, and she's proud of it. So it helps, support the volleyball team. And, next year maybe she'll be a bigger part of that, and that'll work out. So she's definitely making huge improvements with everything. And the academic part, I mean, she's studying like an owl. I mean, really putting in the work right now. So hopefully everything works out good, and we'll figure it out. But meanwhile, I will just keep counting. I will keep adding to the inventory. I'm not even looking at where I'm at. I'm just assuming once I get another shelf done and another shelf, I'll eventually get there in probably about another 3 days. Um, Remember, I was putting the X's up in there, so technically, oh, well, I got one, two, three, four. Okay, so yeah, I probably have one column here done. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have she's 11, 12. I really have 12 columns. I didn't know it was that much. So I got another 12 columns and I've done one. The hell? Well, okay, these are done over here, but I still have. Okay, I don't know. Maybe the others will go a little quicker. Maybe I'm learning, kind of getting this resolved now. So, and I look, I see maybe a couple that will go a lot quicker than the others. These parts like these take forever. I mean, yeah, I think part of this, yeah, I was just kind of understanding it. Maybe more something like this because you have a lot of different types. It's just not, they all aren't the same type. They're pretty much all the same type except the ones right in here, which are kind of cool. They have like you see it, like the little dots in them, stars. So, and those, look at that. It's like pretty cool if you look at them really close. But, alrighty. Well, enough of me jib jabbering. I will see y'all later. Hopefully, some of you out there, you need some Lego parts. I will be here begging for your orders. That's why. That's why I think we'll be doing it. But remember, our pricing is the best available pricing that I think you can find. I think there are some things. I am trying to be very competitive on because I just don't have many of them. Um, I don't know if this would make sense, but something like I don't know, like the butterflies, right? Okay. Well, that's all I have, so it's easy. I don't know what they're even selling for, but let's say they were selling for 10 cents. And Lego, I don't know if they sell them on Lego.com, but let's say Lego.com sells them for 20 cents. I'm not going to sell and put them down for 10 cents because I need to buy more and I know I'm going to have to spend 20 cents to get them. So I'm kind of like maybe like 17 cents, but the average is 10 cents, which, God, it's so, screwed on how you look at the average and try to get your pricing because, sometimes it's like so way off, especially like the little spiral pieces there and, how hard they are to come by, especially of any quantity. So I think that's the whole thing is not being able to get other parts easily is why you have to kind of make sure you get a decent value in yours because if you want to replace them, you're going to end up spending more than what you sold them for. And you might be saying, well, why would you do that? It's just because you want to make sure you're trying to offer a huge variety of parts. I know people are saying, well, you can't cover it all. No, but you can surely hell try. So, a lot of times that's why I order some of this stuff is because certain colors I don't have. And maybe I spend, 14 cents for the part. Now I'm going to sell it for 10 cents. But at least the person that's trying to fill their orders, they might need all these other parts, and they're like, oh, but I can't get all those because he doesn't have any of those colors. At least this way I'll have what colors are available on Lego. Now, Lego doesn't make every color anymore either, so, there's nothing I can do about that. But, anyways, all right. Well, everyone have a great weekend.